Hey everybody, So Wookie here. In this video, we'll be looking at the pre-registration trailer for PUBG New State, the sequel to PUBG Mobile. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like and subscribe to see more. First, we will watch the trailer together and go through all the info we have. So the first thing we see is an overlooking image with the name Troy 2051 on the screen. Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. So from this we can see that the game is set in the near future, and to emphasise this, you can see a drone flying in the air at the same time. Next we get to see some of the newer vehicles. First a futuristic motorbike, which looks awesome, I love the tyres on that one, and then a newer buggy image, which just looks like a slightly beefed up buggy. Next we see a player healing with a stim, which could either be the new version of the first aid kit or a newer adrenaline syringe. Next we get a closer look at one of the drones, which drops something next to a healing player, but the player gets killed before we find out what it was. Also worth noting is that this is a different type of drone from the first one we saw at the beginning. Next we get a look at another vehicle, which looks to be the replacement for the Dacia, a very futuristic car. Next we also get to look at the new UAZ, which kind of looks like the old armoured UAZ. Something I like about these new vehicles is that although they are more futuristic looking, they're still sticking to the classic PUBG format in terms of vehicles. So you've got your Dacia equivalent, your UAZ equivalent, the motorbike equivalent, which is really cool. I'll be interested to see if there's one of those new motorbikes with a sidecar, that'd be pretty cool. Next we get to see a battle in one of the indoor areas. That seems to be a shopping centre. Now, when we look at this image, you can see that it looks like an interesting area to fight in, but there doesn't seem to be much cover in terms of things on the ground and not that much detail. This could change by release, but we'll have to wait and see. I would probably imagine like maybe a couple of hot dog stands or something that are there for cover, and maybe piles of boxes and stuff like that, but like I said, we'll have to see. Next, we see a more modern grenade being thrown. It seems to have a visual cue in terms of lights on the side to show the detonation time. Again, this is cool. It's more modern, but it doesn't change how it will effectively work in terms of gameplay. Next, we get to see something that is new and not currently a feature of PUBG, and that is a portable cover. This doesn't seem bad to me, as it's not too big and not like Fortnite. I just hope that it can be worn down by bullets and grenades. Otherwise, I can see players blocking off buildings with them, and then it being impossible to get in, and then if the ring finished there, it'd be really annoying. But we'll have to see how it works out. Next, we see an image from the perspective of a buggy driver, and bombs are being dropped. This could be the new version of the red zone. I like this more than the current red zone, as you actually see the bombs. It's kind of like the black zone on Karakin, so it might give you a chance to avoid them more. And then finally, right at the end of the trailer, we see a character drinking an energy drink with the familiar, which is familiar to all PUBG players, and it even has the same logo on the side of the energy drink that the current energy drinks do, so that's a really cool touch. From watching the trailer, the game seems much more modern, which is to be expected, it's set in 2051, with new features, but also it seems to be true to its PUBG roots, so I'm excited to see more of this and try it out for myself. Next we'll take a look at the Google Play Store, where you can register to be notified when the game releases. Currently this option isn't available on iOS, but it will be available in the future. If you do pre-register, then you will be rewarded with an exclusive vehicle skin, and can also set the game to auto download when it's available. And that concludes our look at the first PUBG New State trailer. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe to see more. Wookie out.